They've done the impossible. Scientists just created holograms you can actually touch. No headset, no controller, just your bare hands reaching into midair, and the hologram reacts. You can tap it, zoom it, even walk your fingers across it like it's part of the real world. This tech, called FlexiVol, was just unveiled at CHI 2025 in Japan, and it's already being called one of the biggest breakthroughs in display technology. In this video, we're breaking down exactly how it works, why it's not just another gimmick, and what it unlocks for gaming, education, and the future of virtual interaction. Keep watching. It only gets more insane. The problem with holograms so far. To understand why this is such a breakthrough, we need to clear up a common misconception. Most so-called holograms you've seen, in pop culture or even real tech demos, are not true holograms. They're typically what researchers call volumetric displays. Here's the difference. A hologram, in the scientific sense, is a light field recording that reconstructs a 3D image using interference patterns. But it has serious limitations: extremely narrow viewing angles, high sensitivity to lighting conditions, and difficulty maintaining visual coherence from different perspectives. Volumetric displays, on the other hand, create images that appear to occupy actual space. They can be seen from multiple angles, and they often use clever physical components to trick your brain into seeing something solid that isn't really there. Now, even among volumetric displays, there's been a major roadblock: interactivity. Sure, you might see a 3D model floating in a globe or a box, but try touching it and there's nothing. No tactile connection. You can't zoom, rotate, or poke without needing a controller or a specialized interface. That's the barrier researchers have been trying to cross for years. How to let people naturally interact with mid-air visuals without hardware mediating the experience. That's where this new prototype stands out. Instead of relying on rigid, static structures or needing gloves or sensors, it lets your hand reach in, literally, and control the visuals as if they were solid. The first touchable volumetric display. FlexiVol is short for Flexible Volumetric Display, and that's not just clever branding, it's the core of the technology. Developed by a research team at the Public University of Navarre, UPNA, led by Acier Marceau and Elodie Bouzbib, FlexiVol has one mission: bring natural, intuitive touch to 3D virtual objects. Presented at the CHI 2025 conference in Yokohama, the system combines elastic materials and high-speed projection to create 3D visuals you can manipulate directly, without any device attached to your hand. Instead of a glass screen or rigid box, FlexiVol uses rows of flexible elastic bands suspended in space. These strips act as diffusers, surfaces that scatter light. But they're not static. They oscillate rapidly at extremely high speeds, up to 2,880 times per second, synchronized with projected images. This creates the illusion of solid 3D objects floating in midair. And because the bands are spaced apart, your fingers can reach through them, making contact with the projected content. The system detects gestures like pinching, swiping, and even walking motions made with two fingers, similar to how we already use smartphones or tablets. The key here is familiarity. Instead of learning a new controller or navigating with buttons, people can use natural hand movements. That design decision taps into our built-in muscle memory from years of touchscreen use, lowering the barrier for interaction and making the experience intuitive. How it actually works. Now let's get into the mechanics. The secret to FlexiVol's functionality lies in a combination of material science and precise projection synchronization. The research team first had to identify a material that could meet three crucial requirements. It needed to be flexible enough to oscillate rapidly without tearing, optically clear enough to display projected light without distortion, and non-reflective to avoid blowing out the image with excessive glare. After testing 6 different materials, including silicone, which turned out to be too reflective, they ultimately selected a specific type of elastic band that offered just the right balance of durability and light diffusion. These elastic bands are arranged side by side and mounted in a structure that allows them to vibrate at controlled frequencies. A high-speed projector, Operating at up to 2,880 frames per second, beams image slices across different heights and angles onto these oscillating strips. Because the strips are in constant, synchronized motion, they create the illusion of a cohesive 3D object suspended in midair. It's similar to slicing a 3D shape into ultra-thin layers and displaying them in rapid succession, fast enough that the human brain perceives a full, solid form with real depth. What makes this design particularly unique is that it avoids using any rigid or enclosed display surface. Instead, the flexible strips leave natural gaps between them, which are intentionally used as access points. These openings allow users to insert their fingers into the display volume and interact with the visuals directly, pinching, swiping, tapping, or even performing a walking gesture with their hands. Unlike traditional volumetric displays that are only meant to be seen, this one is meant to be used. As of now, FlexiVol remains a prototype, and the image resolution and color range are still limited, but the core system is operational. It already achieves something current interfaces can't: real-time, controller-free interaction with 3D visuals projected into open space. Why this is a massive leap forward. Before FlexiVol, volumetric displays were largely visual, impressive to look at, but functionally passive. You could view a floating object, but not interact with it in a meaningful way. Virtual reality systems did offer immersive environments, but they came with significant trade-offs: expensive headsets, motion controllers, and a need for personal calibration. Augmented reality brought digital overlays into real-world spaces, but that typically required cameras, tracking systems, and wearable gear like smart glasses. Even the most intuitive technology we use daily, touchscreens, is limited to flat, two-dimensional surfaces. FlexiVol bypasses all of that. It brings together the clarity of volumetric visuals with the direct manipulation we're already familiar with from touch interfaces. It doesn't require users to learn a new input system or wear any device. Gestures like pinching to zoom, swiping to rotate, or tapping to select are already second nature to most people. That makes the experience immediately accessible. One of the most significant advantages of FlexiVol is that it's not tied to a single user. Unlike VR headsets that isolate the experience, this display can be approached by multiple people at once. That opens the door to real-time collaboration in shared physical spaces. Whether it's a teacher guiding students through a lesson, a team discussing a 3D model, or museum visitors exploring an exhibit, the technology adapts to group interaction, without the barriers typically associated with immersive systems. This shift from personal to shared 3D interaction marks a new stage in interface evolution. Real-world use cases that will blow your mind. While the prototype is still under development, the potential applications for FlexiVol already span several industries. In museums, for example, visitors could engage with exhibits in ways that weren't possible before. Imagine a floating 3D fossil of a dinosaur skull. Users could walk up, reach in, tap to zoom, or rotate the model to see its structure from every angle without ever touching a physical object. In medical education, FlexiVol could provide a new layer of hands-on training. Students might practice navigating the structure of a heart or brain by manipulating volumetric images in space, building spatial understanding without the need for cadavers or simulated models. Unlike 2D videos or flat diagrams, this allows for real-time, intuitive interaction with anatomical visuals. In classrooms, concepts that are difficult to grasp through text or slides could become interactive. Whether it's exploring the solar system or modeling molecular bonds, teachers could use volumetric visuals to demonstrate complex systems in a way that students can see and directly interact with. Gaming could also take a step forward. Players might swipe, punch, or grab items that appear in front of them in midair, eliminating the need for gloves or handheld controllers. And in the field of remote collaboration, FlexiVol could enhance telepresence. A doctor consulting on a case in a rural clinic could reach into a projection of a patient's scan and highlight specific areas, making long-distance interaction more tangible and precise. Even in design and architecture, teams could explore models collaboratively, rotating and scaling objects using familiar gestures. These examples aren't theoretical. They're grounded in current needs, and FlexiVol's design makes them increasingly viable. Limitations and what's next. Despite the promise, FlexiVol remains in the early stages of development. The current prototype is not commercially available, and several technical challenges remain. Visual resolution is still limited, and the display doesn't yet support full-color rendering. Lighting also plays a role in how well the images appear. The setup works best in controlled environments with minimal ambient interference. It's important to note that the system doesn't provide haptic feedback in the traditional sense. While users can reach through the display and see it respond, they don't feel physical resistance or pressure. This means that while the interaction is visual and positional, it's not yet tactile in the way true haptics would be. However, researchers suggest that future versions could incorporate ultrasonic haptics or sound-based force fields, technologies already being explored in parallel fields, to simulate the sensation of touch. That could open the path to fully immersive, tactile 3D computing. For now, the system's strength lies in gesture-based control and visual interaction, which still marks a considerable leap from what was previously possible. We've officially crossed a line, from simply viewing digital objects in 3D to directly interacting with them in real space, using nothing but our hands. FlexiVol isn't a concept sketch or a theoretical model, it's a working prototype, already demonstrating how elastic diffusers and rapid projection can bring interactive volumetric visuals into our physical world. And this is just the beginning. If this is where volumetric displays are now, imagine what they'll be capable of 5 years from today. If you've made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.